This is Mwangi Wajube, a professional trainer on strategy, performance management, change management, and also leadership. Also a widely published writer on the same areas. The most notable publication is a monthly strategy column in a magazine titled Small and Medium Enterprise Today, which lasted 5 years from 2013 to 2018. During that time, I was also influenced to write 2 books. The first one is titled Career Dynamics in the 21st Century. The sub-theme is Unleashing the Human Performance Potential, which was first published in 2015. And the same year, it attracted the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, KCSE, and it was in 2016 approved for circulation in secondary schools in Kenya, and also used for the architecture of the competency-based curriculum, CBC. As the book continued circulating in schools, I was again influenced to write an advancement which is titled Living Beyond Survival. The sub-theme is No More Tiptoeing in Life. This second book attracted 2 forwards, one from a vice chancellor of a university, the other one from the CEO of Kenya Institute of Management, and those forwards made the book to be quite authoritative, and it started circulating in schools from 2018 when it was first published, just like it was happening to Career Dynamics in the 21st century. What is the issue of interest today? Just recently, I discussed how our empowerment strategy disseminated through Career Dynamics in the 21st century was tested in the school system through this famous school called State House Girls High School. This time, after the results of 2021 were released, I'll address the issue of performance in schools quite differently. But first, our children left the school system quite a while ago, and they are contributing to improvement of the welfare of humanity in different ways. But we always have reasons to celebrate whenever exam results are released every year. Why? Our empowerment strategy is still working well in the school system. Every year, there are a number of schools that we count whereby we empower from 2 classes, from 3 classes, or from 4 classes. And eventually, we issue success cards to those who are sitting exams every year. So it's worthwhile celebrating once we get to know about the achievements of the students who have passed through our hands. But today, I'm going to celebrate this performance in the 2021 exams in a different way. Why? My former school, namely KAGUMO High School, has improved its performance dramatically. And we have been observing its performance since 2015, when we first wrote Career Dynamics in the 21st century, and used the school, amongst others, as a case study of how what was known as the school science project failed many Kenyans or disempowered many Kenyans in the 1970s and 1980s. Actually, chapter 2 discusses that very extensively. And the same year, 2015, when the book was first published, somehow we presented free copies of Career Dynamics in the 21st Century to the principal of KAGUMO High School during an old boys dinner which was held in Nairobi. And when he took the books to the school, of course they were put in the library, and hopefully he indicated to the school that they had been authored by an old boy of the school, and the school was a case study of how things happened in the school system during the earlier years. And maybe because of that, the book became a must read by almost all students in the school as from 2015. And if you notice the trajectory of performance of KAGUMO High School, it started improving as from 2015, slowly, until now, when it's actually in the top 10 performing schools. Now, something else happened when I wrote the second book titled Living Beyond Survival. Again, I met the principal of KAGUMO High School, actually is the current principal of KAGUMO High School, during an old boys dinner in 2018 when the book was very new. And again, this time I presented 3 copies of Living Beyond Survival, sub-theme No More Tiptoeing in Life, to the principal, and told him one of the books was his copy, the other one was for his deputy principal, and the other one was for the guidance and counseling teacher. And I asked him to ensure that they are used well. I want to believe that they were used well because in 2021, August, I visited the school just like I visit others during implementation of my empowerment mission in schools in Nyeri County. And what surprised me is that the principal asked me whether I have copies of my books with me. And luckily, I had enough copies of my books in the car. And the principal, this time, he acquired 10 copies of Career Dynamics in the 21st Century, and also another 10 copies of Living Beyond Survival. That means KAGUMO High School has 28 copies of our publications, and I want to believe that they are used well because the current principal is actually an author of many books, and he knows what value he can get from the books that he encounters from other authors. So, why am I sharing this experience? I'm sharing this experience because as I wrote the first book, Career Dynamics in the 21st Century, I knew exactly what had caused disempowerment of many Kenyans who had gone through top schools in the country, especially those who had done well, gotten A's. You know, they become sport of choices, they can venture into any career, they can become engineers, they can become lawyers, they can become, doctors. And a lot of times, they become influenced by extrinsic factors rather than intrinsic factors as is expected in the 21st century. So, I'm excited as I share this experience of KAGUMO High School, where I was molded when I was a young man, which was performing extremely well in the 70s and 80s. Then it slackened, but now is back into the desired shape of performance. I want to believe that having used KAGUMO High School as a case study has impacted very positively to the students and teachers in the school. Now, I can share a lot of information on this, but before I sum up, February this year, I found myself in Meru County, and somehow I met the principal of Meru School, who was in KAGUMO High School when I gave out the first batch of my books, Career Dynamics in the 21st Century. And immediately upon meeting him, he remembered the books and also acquired 10 copies of Career Dynamics in the 21st Century and 10 copies of Living Beyond Survival, just like KAGUMO High School had done in August 2021. Now, why have I shared this information? I have shared this information because I have met numerous principals in Kenyan schools who do not take our publication seriously. I would like them to borrow ideas from those who have used the publications well and seen the effect of performance in schools once they are properly utilized. I can share more on this, but for now, I encourage everybody to read Career Dynamics in the 21st Century. Also, Living Beyond Survival, the sub-theme No More Tiptoeing in Life, for more information on how to align everybody with the 21st century dynamics or 21st century paradigms, just like the CBC is doing in the school system. More information is available whenever we are engaged for seminars for teachers in secondary schools, for students in Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, as we have done in different counties. More information is also available through our YouTube channel. Those who subscribe, they can easily be alerted whenever there's a new upload. And it's also possible to get more information through contacting us on 0772 51 6210 or 0722 51 6210. Thank you and have a very good day.